Right, I think welcome back to another video beer review. Today we've got a beer coming out of Birbant Brewery, and it is a Icey Beast, a 6.3% cold IPA, which is a terminology that is basically means IPL, India Pale Lager. 6.3%, I suppose, back in the day, like an IPL would never really be that sort of ABV. IPL would really go up to kind of top 6, realistically tops 5.5. But cold IPA, which is essentially it's a beer that is fermented the same as you would a lager sort of thing, but it tends to be the ABV of something that is higher, and tends to be hopped with something that is higher as well. So is always kind of like American hopped or something like that. The ingredients are water, barley malt, wheat, rice flakes, hops, which are Vista and Citra, and bottom fermenting yeast. So it is actually, well, yeah, lager yeast essentially. It's unfiltered, but it is pasteurized, which is weird because normally in the UK you'd have typically something that is unfiltered, unpasteurized, unfined and all that lot, but this is unfiltered yet pasteurized. So yeah, a slight difference. But yeah, best before 18th May 2024, and the batch number is 02546, which is again different to what we have in the UK. 14 Plato on the Plato if you work by that kind of scale. There we go. New brewery for us. Birbant, 500ml can. I think most things coming in 500ml here. We bought this yesterday from the regional alcohol shop. I saw it and thought it'd be something nice and fun to review. To be honest, we were looking at the 3 that we bought, and we thought this would be like a nice kind of. We had the lager, we had this as next kind of step up, and then there's like a sour one. We thought the nice kind of 3 of them would be a nice sort of thing to review at the same time, but we have this left over and also the sour as well. But yeah, cold IPA. Let's give it a swirl and sniff, or just a sniff. And the sniff is kind of citrusy, lemon, mango, pineapple. Smells like a lot of weirdly smells like Brewdog beers, like a Brewdog. It reminds me very bizarrely of a beer that I had in Brewdog Paddington Station, Brewdog Paddington, probably about 3 years ago, and it's just mildly citrusy, a bit of mosaic, despite the fact it says Vista. It's quite fruity, melon, honeydew melon, mango, pine. We'll dive in. Cheers. The thing is, the aroma is of something that has body and mouthfeel, and all the sort of things you associate with a lovely IPA, and then what it actually delivers behind those initial hoppy notes is quite bready, biscuity nothingness. So it's everything of like an IPA beforehand on the nose and the aroma, and actually on the taste it's just lager, and not the best one either. It's just bready, biscuity, slightly metallic, tinny, that ricey note not coming in the best way either. And again, on that second taste, that first part is lovely, loads of mouthfeel and body from the hops, which is weird, and then it kind of drops off and gives you on the back end nothing. It's just bready, metallic, slightly herbal tinniness. It's not the greatest. You'd never think this is 6.3 because I think it kind of drinks more like a 5.5 sort of thing. Drinks like something that's definitely got a bit of body and mouthfeel to it, but you would never think either from the first part of the beer. You never think that it's going to kind of just go into a lager. You think it's got plenty of body, it's going to continue on into a lovely, sweet, piney, easy drinking kind of West Coast IPA maybe, and it just doesn't deliver. It just goes on to what it says it is, which is essentially a cold IPA, or a IPL as we used to call them. But yeah, pardon me, I've had sausages and lots of other beer before this. Icy Beast. Don't know whether the name suits the beer that well, but it probably does if you're having this ice cold and drinking it like you were, say, a lager or something like that. I think maybe if you were coming off the back of loads and loads of lagers and stuff, which we aren't, it might be a bit of a hit, might be an Icy Beast, but coming off the back of other IPAs and things like that, it's the other way around. It's just icy and thin, but still a nice and interesting thing to try for sure. Birbant, the Icy Beast, see about yourself, give it a go, see what you make of it. For me, you know, the beer is nice. The beer, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's good fun to try it. Just not quite what I want at the moment. But you know, essentially things are limited because it's all I have. So yeah, Icy Beast from Birbant, cracking example of an IPL, cracking example of a Kolsch ale sort of thing, Kolsch IPA. Yeah, it's not really a cold IPA, it's an IPL, let's be honest. Anyway, so this one, cheers.